you doing, guys? I'm going to do another quick little video. It's been a while. It's been really cold up here in Massachusetts, so I'm going to do a little explaining what I found. The last video I explained how I have creep, even though I've adjusted this rod and this rod, which are the two drive rods. They go back to the pump, right back in there and there. We solved the issue between these two bolts. Took the slop out of those. That solved a lot of it, but as you can see now, there's almost no play in this thing. And I'll tell you what I found a lot of play in was these bushings here. Now these bushings had, it's hard to see it, but they used to go right there. I replaced them with this big carriage bushing, big brother to it, but they don't make these anymore. So, and they're not really built the best. They're just brass bushings. So what I found is that bushing there that was down there was creating enough slop, so you try to correct the creep by pulling back, but then it would start creeping backwards. The tolerance between forward and reverse is so small in these machines. The best thing I could give you as advice is tighten all your controls up. Make sure all your controls are good. I had to reset this whole assembly so that these were plumb, and these rods were as specified in the owner's manual. I know it's kind of a mess right now, but I wanted you to be able to see what I did, and all I had to do is I just re-drilled new holes. I'll show you here. So here's the original mounting holes. So those carriage bolt bearings were a little bit bigger. The shaft size was the same. I did have to cut this part, this sleeve right here. I had to take about down there. I had to take about 3/4 of an inch, as you can tell. See how close it is to this one? That's what it was down there. But I needed to make more room because, as you can tell, the height difference between the two. But this has a greasable bearing, you know, it's going to last 10 times longer than this silly thing. And these, I got a package of 4 for $22 off Amazon. Even if I could buy these things, it'd probably be $25 a piece. So, long story short, it took me a couple hours to drill a couple holes. And I bought the 4-pack in the thought of I may have to replace these as well. Which these are just the controls for the bucket. And, you know, for right now, they're still tight. So, I figured I'd just have 2 extras. It's not a big deal. But other than that, I will be adding auxiliary lights. I ordered a harness with relays and stuff so I can have work lights, flashing lights, because this piece of equipment is going to be used in my company for snow removal and various projects. It is a great little machine. It's 40 inches wide, so I can get behind houses, do whatever I need to do. I think this would be a great little machine. I can't wait to get this thing off the blocks now that it's all adjusted. I can drop this thing back on the blocks tomorrow, and I would like to get all the wiring done so I can put this thing together and at least take it for a quick test drive before I put the cage on it and really put a lot of things in my way, just in case if I have to do some kind of minor adjustment. This way it still allows me to do that. But again, it's just a matter of going through, tightening everything up, read your owner's manual, know what you got to do to your machine, and you know, it's mine was just, you know, it just needed a lot of maintenance, and it was just lack of, you know, people trying to use the machines, run them all day long, they don't have time to do it, whatever. But that's what I found out with mine, is tighten up all the connections you can for your controls. The tighter you make this, the less aggravation you'll have, and it'll become a lot easier. It'll be a lot smoother machine. But other than that, I'll give you an update when I get this all put back together and take it for a quick ride and let you know.